Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
Wow, 2016 already? Boy, that sure went fast. Well, anyways, I'm Professor Thomas, and welcome to the Junior Genius Laboratory. Here, we make kids smart. This year, 2016, I've been working like a madman. There's all kinds of new stuff for Junior Genius, so come on in and take a look at what's new in this brand new season, 2016. Let's take a look at the system Professor Thomas is going to use during the Junior Genius Mentoring Program. Number one, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to have secret training sessions with Professor Thomas. These are the one-on-one tutoring sessions, and here what's going to happen is the kids are going to learn secret strategies and techniques to master ACT content and material. Also, these secret strategies will be useful for school, taking tests, and during college. Second thing is we are going to have our weekly meetings, and these are team meetings called the Genius Combines. Those are on Wednesdays from 3:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. in Edina. And basically what we're going to do here is we are going to work on content. The third component of Junior Genius is going to be the mock time trials. And the mock time trials, what we're going to do here is we are going to work on timing. So can we get the test done? We have a certain amount of time that we need to get the material completed in. So look at the strategy. We learn the secret, we practice the combine content stuff here, and then we go at the last 2 weeks, the last 2 Saturdays, we have the mock time trials. Now, a word of warning here, I'm going to put a star by it. Everyone, these time trials always get in the way of holidays here. So we've got Memorial Weekend, we've got Labor Day weekend, we've got Thanksgiving weekend. They're always in there, so make sure you look at your schedule right away and try and make accommodations and some sacrifices to be able to attend the mock time trials. Mock time trials are extremely important. I have kids that understand the secrets and know the content in and out but can't finish the test. When you can't finish the test, that score goes down. So it's important we make some sacrifices so you are there on those Saturdays for the mock time trials. This is a ton of practice, this is a ton of material, and very time consuming, and I'm finding that kids are not able to get that done. So I've added one more component to help us. This is the home training. The home training is the brand new website. And let's go ahead and take a look at it. We're here now. It's www.juniorgeniusonline.org. And we're going to do a quick overview of this website, show you what's new. So first of all, we have everything that's available on Wednesdays at the Combine up here. So in case kids have to miss Wednesday because of some religious holiday or some soccer game or you're out of town or something like that, they can access the material from Wednesday online. That means the videos, the practice tests, all that stuff is available here. So this is from Wednesday's Combine. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk about the stuff that's new. So if you look over here, the first thing that we have here is PDF tests. And I'm actually going to click on this. This is extra material. Usually it's for the students that have been in the program for a while that have finished all of the stuff available on Wednesdays. So this is extra information. These are PDF downloadable files of real ACT tests and the answers. Look at all that. Tons of material extra for the kids. Second thing is really cool is games. Kids need to know content, so they got to get familiar with the strategies and the content. I have went through and created games for all of the different sections. So we have English, math, reading, science, and a fun series here called Brain Blast IQ. This is a review, fun way of doing everything here, and I'll talk about that later. Inside each game, each question is coded. There's a number. If a kid gets the question incorrect. They've been instructed to write that down on a separate sheet of paper outside the game, and then come over here to this particular folder, and they can simply click on the section, for example, English, and then they look at what they did, and then they can look at the answer key with the explanations of how to get the right answer. Also, if that's still not quite good enough, they still don't get it, they can always check in with me, an assistant, or Professor Maracek to make sure they understand why they got that problem wrong. Remember, we need to understand our wrong answers. Let's do a quick look at some of the games here. So in English, we have the first game. This is a content game. This is everything I teach in English grammar, rhetorical skills. It is a question pool of 170 questions that I hand wrote of everything that I teach plus a little bit more, and it's presented in a game format. So the game is about 15 questions. Kids play this on multiple occasions. They'll get a chance to see all the questions after a while, and they'll understand what they're getting wrong here. So let's go ahead and play. So there's music we can turn on and off here. There's always a picture that's kind of fun associated with the question. Where should the apostrophe be placed? Okay, so let's see. Blah, 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 blah. You look and see where the question is. All right. If a kid gets it wrong, there's going to be highlighted green or red, and then there's going to be a bell or a buzzer. So let's go ahead and see here. We see I just click randomly on that one. I got that one correct. Okay. Got that one incorrect. So at the bottom, here we have the question, as I mentioned earlier. Some of the other games at the bottom, you have a progress report, and we're going to go into the math games and see that right now. So that is the cryptograph in English. Under math, the first thing that I did under math is I broke all the math down into each subsection, and created a game. So we have trigonometry, trig trivia, pre-algebra, brain bogglers, which is the really super hard problems that kids usually don't get in school. College algebra, there's some stuff on there. Imaginary numbers, complex numbers, and so forth. A mixture of integrated problems. Kids are reporting to me they've never had that in school, so this is a good opportunity for them to work with ACT material that they haven't had in school yet. Brain bogglers. Over here we have algebra, and over here geometry, coordinate, and we have kid logic. Just show you the format of some of this stuff here. Let's go into brain bogglers. Brain bogglers, these are real ACT test questions, and the pool of test questions usually between 50 and 100. And what happens is the game will present a real ACT question. Once again, we can turn the sound off here. At the bottom, as I mentioned earlier, we have the progress report. This game in the math is 14 questions that will be presented randomly. If a kid gets this question wrong, it's question code number 48. There's a timer, and for example, I chose this answer and the correct answer is 15. I would simply write down code number 48 and then go over to the answer key and look that problem up to have a better understanding of how to get this question correct. So parents, I encourage you to have a look at all these different games. It's pretty cool. They're all different. They're all very interactive. There's always some funny picture associated in there for the kids. Last thing on this page here, right in this area here, there are going to be 3 additional games that I'm working on right now, and those are still in the developmental stage. The first one is going to be a maze game, and that's where kids progress through a maze. They avoid ghosts. They have to find the problem and then select the answer. The second game is Mario Brothers, Professor Mario, and he has to jump over barrels, and ants go on elevators, and it's the Mario Brothers game. That's really fun for the kids. They have to find the answer and so forth. And then the last one, we're working on the haunted house game, where they run through the haunted house. They have to find the problem on different levels, and then once they find the problem, they have to find the answer. They have to open up secret doors and look under vases and stuff like that for the haunted house. Those are the games. Come on over here. We'll look at the last tab here. The last tab is final exams. Parents want to know, do my kids know? Do my kids know? Did they learn the content from Professor Thomas? Do they know? And the best way to do that is to have a test. At the end of the section, when a kid feels like they have mastered the material, they want to test out and take the final exam. So we saw in the games section, we have the English. So what the kids would do is they would come over to the English section here. They would learn the rule of grammar from the website or in class with Professor Thomas. Then they would go over to the game and they would practice with the cryptograph game. From the cryptograph game, they would play that, and to the point where they're not getting many questions incorrect. Then now they say, hey, I feel good with the English. I'm going to go ahead and take the final. Click on the final, and the final exam page will pull up, and you'll see that under the final exam page, we always have, for the finals, always two versions. It's two opportunities for the kids to get a passing score. So if you look over here, here's final exam number 1, and here's final exam number 2, and the answers to go along with that. Final exams are always presented in a game format, similar to what we saw earlier. Here it is, final exam, ACT English version 1. Music you can turn on and off. And if you look over here, here is the question we're asked about Mr. Chung. There are no pictures in here since it's a test. It's not really a learning thing. It's just testing your ability. Click on here. We have red or green again with the buzz bell or the buzz to indicate whether it's a correct or incorrect answer. So that is the final exams, and that will be for all of the sections of ACT. Content is constantly being formatted and updated onto the website, so if there's not a whole bunch of stuff under the writing tab right now, that will be filled up as we progress through the program. There you have it. It's a quick overview of 2016 with Professor Thomas. I'm excited. We have all kinds of extra help to make sure we understand ACT material for this year. Kids, I'm back April 1st, and we'll get started then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.